Hey everyone, welcome to the Courtside 100 show. Hope you guys are doing well, got some beers and some food. We'll get the guys out the back slack, so it's that time again.
It's that time again!
Welcome to the COURTSIDE Podcast. I'm your host, Hank McCoy, and with me, the People's Champ, Pt.1. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
So, 100 shows.
It's taken a while.
Who would have thought,
Go ahead.
back in the
You got
day,
it.
we'd be standing here for our 100th episode.
Yeah, and you've done a good job of carrying me, actually.
Thanks, man. I do what I can. Do not break the mic.
I won't break them.
They are not mine. And of course, guys, we're joined by Buckets Magazine editor, Bradley Graham, BG! Woo! BG, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Glad to be here. Glad we're joined by a few friendly faces.
Man, what a turnout. I love it.
Is this what you were expecting?
You know what? It's really hard to read with this mask on. Just quietly. Not yet. Not yet.
Take it
All's
off.
good.
Take it off.
Why is it over there? Come down the front, guys.
Take it off.
So, guys, I want to jump into the East right now. The 14-4 New York Knicks.
Can't take him seriously.
You can't take him seriously?
Can't take him seriously.
Can't take it seriously?
Take it off for him. Go on.
All right.
That's
The
just like
14
failing
and-
number one. The pants are after the intermission.
No, you're right. Put it back on. You idiot.
Well, guys, I want to jump into the East. The 14-4 New York Knicks on a 5-game win streak, taking down the Miami Heat today, of course. No Melo. What? They beat the Miami Heat, the defending champs, with no Carmelo Anthony. Some thoughts, guys, straight off the bat.
I'm a bit worried of the Knicks. They've done this before, come out smoking and just fall in a heap. But with good vets like Kidd and Felton playing well, Melo at the 4, it seems to make a difference. And the 4th best centre in the league, Tyson Chandler, doing the job.
I'm going to let that slide for now.
Yeah. He had a good game yesterday, didn't he?
I got to say,
Remember,
though,
this Heat team did drop a game to the Wizards recently.
That is true.
So, I mean, it's not like you've been giving them too much credit too soon, too early.
I got to say, I've been really, really impressed. I mean, look, Melo's been great. You guys both know how I feel about Carmelo Anthony. He's one of the game's best scorers in the league. Just naturally gifted, but I've been really, really impressed with Raymond Felton, who just seems to plug him in at New York, and he's just got a new life.
Yeah, because he's not fat anymore.
He's laid off the donuts, definitely.
Yeah. Lockout hurt him. Didn't work out. A bit lazy.
I mean, look, he can never go back to Portland and show his face there again.
Didn't he tweet people to come around and fight him at his house? Was that him?
Did he?
Yeah, I think you told me that.
Well, then, yes, it's definitely true. And another guy I just want to touch on in New York, J.R. Smith, guys. Look, he's been a candidate for my Brain Fart Awards many occasions. Hits the massive game winner against Charlotte the other day, in Charlotte. Has he figured it out?
He's figured it out in this system, and they kind of need him to figure it out. Otherwise, they're going to be dropping more games and falling back closer to 500.
I mean,
he's a specialist. We know he's a specialist. He's put on this earth to just get points. That's what he's best at doing. He clearly has the green light.
Yeah.
It's now whether or not he can continue to provide that same production when Melo's in the lineup and then Amari comes back and he's being, asked to take 12 shots a game rather than 18.
Well, you touch on Amari Stoudemire, and we've had the conversation on the show many times before. If you're the GM, I mean, do you just look to see what you can get for him? Is he worth bringing back and breaking up this chemistry? I mean, any team that steps up against this Knicks team right now, I mean, they're having a lot of trouble stopping them from behind the arc. I mean, Novak's got that gun ready to go in that holster.
Right. Their
JR's
success seems to be hinging on their ability to make the three ball. I mean, I think it's been written about extensively online.
I mean, they had 18 threes today against Miami.
Right, they live and die by that shot. So when they're hot, they're going to beat anyone in the league. But when they're cold, it's going to shoot them out of games. So luckily Tyson Chandler's in the middle. What number was he again, Vin?
4.
Number 4. I think I might have had him at 3.
Where did he have him?
Did he even have him on his list?
Is he in your top 10?
He was 11. It's respectable, right?
He had about 4 11s.
It's a fine line in the grey area.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say. So, guys, is this Knicks team for real? Are they contenders? I mean, look, come playoffs, they've got a lot of old bodies. 82-game regular season. There's not a lockout season this year, so, is this team for real?
Interesting to see what happens when Stoudemire comes back, if he takes that 6-man role.
The talking about them's for real. I don't know if they're for real.
No, I think they're for real. They got some good vets on there. Look,
I mean, 14-4, first in the Atlantic. Can they keep this pace up?
they'll have a lull. Every team has a lull. But like I said, with the vets and Carmelo playing that well at the 4, as I say, if Stoudemire can take that 6-man role, which he said he could, take that for what it's worth.
I'm not buying that for a
Are
second.
you confident, though, long-term, that this team, with, Felton and Kidd at their point guard position, is enough to carry them exactly to where in the playoffs? Don't you think they're going to get undone when they've got to face Boston? They're going to face, a motivated Miami team.
I mean, going in and gunning against a team, from behind the arc is one thing, but you go into a 7-game series and that other team, say they do up against the Boston Celtics, and they make those adjustments, I just wonder where they're going to get there.
Don't you think the Nets have their number right
Exactly.
now? Don't you think there are a few teams that, have the advantage at the key positions?
They get past the Celtics.
The Nets?
They get past the Celtics.
The Hawks?
The Knicks
A healthy Pacers
get
team?
past the Celtics.
They'll get past the Celtics.
Yeah, they won't get past the Heat, but the Celtics they'll get past. Any Celtics fans? Sorry, it's not going to happen this year.
I want to jump from the middle ground to, the Western Conference, the Dallas Mavericks. Guys, Dirk's still out. Could be weeks. Can Team Juice hold the fort? Do they have enough to stay on track? And
Team Juice.
Team Juice.
Dewey Benson. Team Juice.
Do they have enough to stay on track and, say we don't see Dirk for a few weeks? Playoff picture, how are you guys seeing this team?
For mine, they probably have to just keep doing what they're doing. Just it's about getting as many wins as you can, so it holds you in good stead for when Dirk gets back. When he gets back, he'll be the same old Dirk. He'll just turn it on.
Have they found their answer at point guard? I mean, look, Collison had the starting gig. He blew it. All right, he got my brain fart award a few weeks ago. They bring in D-Fish. I mean, he looked decent.
He's not going to start.
Do you think Collison comes back in, or...?
Well, I think I told you a few weeks back, he's coming back from an injury, isn't he?
So, I don't think so. I think he was coming off injury into the season, but...
You can't start Fisher. You're asking for trouble.
Yeah. BG.
This is a situation where the coach should be getting the credit. Carlisle's got them motivated, got them
You
playing.
guys are high on Carlisle.
Yeah, because you just talked about Orlando's coach Vaughan being the reason that they're playing hard. Forget that. Carlisle's a proven winner. He knows how to be successful in the pros. And of course you can always dangle that contender carrot in front of them. And there's also the promise that when Dirk gets back, we will be a top 5 team out west.
Yeah.
And that's what they're gunning for. So, and if you don't, you're going to hear about it from Mark Cuban. And nobody wants to wake up with Mark Cuban standing over their bed.
Now, refresh my memory. Did they lose against the Clippers the other day?
Yeah, they got smashed, I think. They got smashed, didn't they?
Who got smashed?
Dallas?
Yeah, did you see Cuban on the bench?
No, what was he doing?
He had the grimace face on.
Oh, it's his teammate. He doesn't want to see him get smashed.
He was not happy, though. He was not happy, but... I mean... How many weeks do you think it'll take for Dirk to get it back in the groove? Because I kind of feel like if he doesn't get back soon and it's come towards All-Star break...
handful of games, mate. He's that good. Handful of games.
We're a month in. Dirk, take as long as you want. It's a full season. You know, again, I think that it becomes this confused kind of pattern where you're judging playoff success in November.
Yeah.
Why aren't you high on Carlisle?
I'm just not convinced. I mean, look, you know...
The coaching performance against Miami in the finals?
Yeah.
The moves he made?
I just feel like he lost something last year. I feel like there was...
Why? Because
the
owner tightened
It
his
might have
belt.
just come down to roster situation, you know, being a bit depleted and not really... I mean, look, shortened season, not really knowing...
He lost the fourth best centre in the league, didn't he?
He brought in Lamar, head case Odom.
Always back to the fourth centre in the league.
I mean, it's true, though. You know, like he said, Mark Cuban, he's tightening the belt, you know, see a Chandler walk. What's he going to do?
Yeah, it's very true. Very true. All right.
As long as Dirk's healthy, that team's got a chance.
All right.
They're playoff bound with Dirk.
And if they're going to be sticky taped together by OJ Mayo in the meantime, then, hey, I'd rather be playing for Dallas than Orlando.
Yeah, good point. We move now from the Mavericks to
Lakers?
a team I didn't really want to talk about tonight.
Lakers?
But being at our 100th episode and got to keep the big guy happy. The LA Lakers, 9-10 on the season.
Do we still have a Laker quota, Vin, that we have to make
the
this
Celtics
show?
hat out.
Kobe Bryant notches his 30,000th point the other day. Hey.
Come on, give it up. Give it up.
Hey, don't you take credit.
I called him.
Against the Hornets, come on.
Thank you, Stewie.
True, very true. Against the team, the team that drafted him. Would they trade him for Vladdy?
Yeah.
That's a steal.
Happy with that, Nick?
Well, look, I won't jump into this for too long with you guys because the conversation could go forever, but...
Oh, we could talk Lakers all night.
Kobe, you know, youngest ever, 30,000. I don't think he's got much time to enjoy this, by the way. I think, there's some guys hot on his tail. But in saying that, best ever?
Best ever what? Best ever guy to cheat on his wife and...
Laker? I don't know.
That's harsh. That's harsh.
Best ever Laker?
No.
Oh, I'm going to say...
Best two guard?
Best two guard ever?
I'm just asking.
Nah.
We're rejecting your questions.
Good time for it.
Yeah.
All right.
Best Laker two guard ever. He's not the best two guard ever.
Look, we need to get into it, Vince, because there's a lot of rumours flying around about this LA team.
Don't say it.
That's because you're
I don't
starting
wanna
the
hear it.
rumours.
It's probably me, yes,
Yeah.
it's true.
One of your 16 aliases.
Yes. Pau Gasol. Toronto's interested.
It's not going to happen.
Bargnani's free, apparently.
Nah.
Is there any more
No.
Josh Smith rumours?
And also the Timberwolves.
Yeah, that's not... Why would
And
we
you're
do
not
that to
getting...
him?
You're not trading Pau Gasol for Kevin Love and Ricky Rubio. It's never going to happen.
You can
Stop
only
saying
ask.
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen? They say no.
That's it. He says no. Khan says no. Khan could say
And then,
yes.
and then you're stuck with Pau Gasol.
Look,
That's shit, isn't it? No, that Bargnani deal, no.
how long do you give him? If he doesn't turn it around, Nash comes back, say...
Give him the whole year.
The year? What? Lakers are
He's
built
got
to win
tendonitis
now.
in it. I'd like to see you play with tendonitis in your knees.
You know what I reckon? I reckon they're sitting him because they've got a deal on the table.
That is rubbish.
They do it all. Teams do it all the time. If you get a deal on the table, that's the
They're
rule.
not gonna
you
trade
do
him.
not play the player in case they get injured. Tendonitis. Come on, man. The guy barely
They're
runs.
not going to
up
trade him before he gets to play a decent amount of time with Nash. They could very well trade him, which would be stupid, but they're not going to trade him until he gets a decent amount of time with Nash. And you know this.
Well, more importantly, the problem with LA is not Pau Gasol.
What's the problem?
Yeah.
The problem is they don't have a point guard because Nash isn't there. The problem is they've got a coach who plays one end of the court.
Thank you.
And the other problem is they've got Dwight Howard who isn't 100%. And Kobe's clearly gunning for himself. And
Steady on, mate.
I don't think they quite have the bench that they were hoping they were going to have.
You're not
Well,
convinced with Jameson?
Yeah, but they've had one man contribute off the bench before.
It's
Blake's out now as
it's
well.
a better bench than last season. The problem
Yeah,
is
but you upgraded from 0 to 1.
it's still better.
Half the NBA is playing at 5.
Meeks hits 7 threes. The next game he gets 9 minutes. It's retarded.
It comes back to your coach.
Exactly. That's why we won't win anything with this peanut.
That's why we're going to get on a plane tonight, knock on D'Antoni's door tomorrow, and let him know the gig's up.
Yeah, we want Phil. This guy, he's gone.
How long do you give D'Antoni? Does he have?
Vin
rest
gives
of the
him a
year?
week.
A week.
I give him, as soon as Kobe retires, gone.
I mean, look, they haven't really turned it around yet. You know, a lot of this is going to come down to
Key's
Steve Nash.
Yeah.
You know, the key is Steve Nash. How long can he stay healthy for? Can he stay healthy? I mean, he doesn't have the magic hands of the Phoenix Doctors anymore. So we're going
The
to.
problem is that this team says championship or bust. And I think they need to sort of reassess things a little and say, there are some other teams, especially in the West, even in their own town, that are just as good as they are.
Yeah.
So they really need to kind of be a little bit more realistic. And
I mean, this is another team. You know, we're looking at them in a whole different light. You know, we're saying, yeah, give him this year.
yeah, but the Heat were expected to win with LeBron the first
That's
year.
true.
So now that Dwight's there, they expect to win first year. And again, it's still November, so let's,
Yeah.
you know, it's like you're kind of judging an album before it's even hit the public, you know? Like, give a band a chance to tour first before we know what to make of them.
Yeah. Any last thoughts on the Lakers?
I just hope they win. I just want a title. That's all I want.
You're hurting him in front of everyone, deliberately.
Look, I got to give a little bit of props to Meta World Peace. Haven't really heard a peep out of him. I thought he would have brain fried by now.
He's playing pretty well. Because he got himself fit.
Yeah, he looks really good actually.
He did party a bit in the off-season, which worried me a bit, but he looks good.
Yep.
Looks like he's got a bit of quickness back and hitting his shots.
Yeah, I concur. Well, guys, I think it's that time again, Vince. Jersey Worthy! Who's your Jersey Worthy?
I'm going for Team Juice, OJ Mayo.
Ooh. He's playing pretty well.
He off-season in Memphis, and a lot of people probably wrote him off, thought he was on the decline, but about 20 points a game so far.
Yeah. I mean, look, he's got the green light right now, so
Yeah,
I wonder how well the mesh will be when Dirk comes back, though, with
it'll
those
be
two.
fine. Dirk wants that 1-2 punch.
Yeah. I mean, BG, is he feeling the Terry role? You know, do you feel he's doing that well? Or?
In essence, I mean, he offers a little different style of play, but I mean, I guess at the end of the day, that's what you want him to do.
Yeah. Okay. BG.
I'm going to go with the man you mentioned earlier. I'm going with Kobe Bryant.
Ooh.
I think anytime someone reaches 30,000, I think you just got to, give them their respect, if only for a week.
Give him the hat tip.
Yeah, give him, momentary before he goes back to his mediocre team and has to deal with all the drama there.
Yeah.
But I guess, anytime you can score 30,000, youngest, whatever, to do it. I think he's the third greatest guard ever now,
The third.
behind Magic and behind Michael.
Ooh.
But which makes him the second best Laker.
Okay.
I think anything else, and you're kind of,
Pushing it.
yeah, you're overstaying your welcome a little.
You got your Laker shades on, but just lift
A
them
little.
up a bit.
You've got your Vin shades on.
Some real lighting.
Yeah. But, I don't think he's that far ahead of Kareem and other guys that have been,
Yeah.
key for that franchise. But I don't think we should get too far ahead of ourselves. Look, if he ends his career second all time, if he can jump Malone somehow and, maybe score 38,500
He's not
points,
showing any
then-
signs of slowing down, so
Right. He's not slowing down, but that's maybe not also a good thing.
yeah. Yeah.
There are 4 other guys on the court. He needs to remember that from time to time.
Well, for my Jersey Worthy Award, I went with a guy who I don't particularly like, but has definitely proved me wrong this season, and that's Andre Blanche. And look, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist. He's been fantastic off the bench for Brooklyn. And look, I don't know, maybe it was just a change of scenery he needed.
It's funny, I nearly gave him mine jersey worthy a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Turned himself around. He's could get the assists up a bit.
Yeah.
Doesn't mind a shot, but...
I mean, look, potential-wise for Andre Blanche, it's like... Am I saying that right? Or am I hanky...
Blatch,
Blatch?
whatever.
Blatch?
Call him whatever you like.
Blatch is good. Go with
Blatch is good?
We'll just make sure you hear about it later.
Look, I just think, you know, he's given them a real spark off that bench, and what a way to turn your career around. I mean, look, I would have never picked it. I would never have picked it. I thought he'd end up like...
Yeah, but it's a contract year.
Is it a contract year?
It's only got the 1 year deal. Ike Austin rule, man. Ike Austin rule.
Now I feel a little dirty giving the award, but you know what?
No, he deserves it. He's been playing
He does.
well, and he's actually, strangely enough, been one of the better players for New Jersey, a.k.a. Brooklyn. And I think the thing with it is that nobody expected him to even be in the NBA right now. You know, he found it tough going after the Wizards basically booted him, and then to turn it around and basically do what Gerald Green did and make the most of his second life.
I just get the feeling, though, that come playoffs, he's going to do something really, really stupid and have a fantastic game, and someone's going to throw, like, near max money at him. I can just see it. They're just going to throw this massive contract at him.
So you mean standard operating procedure for NBA GMs? It happens all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Who's your pick? Who throws the money at him?
Say Lakers. Say
I don't
Lakers.
know, but
Say Lakers.
Hey, I'd take him
Maybe
at the
not.
moment. I'd take him at the moment.
he's playing well.
Need some
He's
more off
playing well.
that bench.
Well, guys, when you have winners, of course you have losers. The Brain Fart Award.
I am going to
Who gets your Brain Fart Award?
I'm going to enjoy this so much. It has to go to the New Orleans Hornets.
Wait. That's not their name. What's their name?
Sorry, the soon-to-be New Orleans Pelicans. And this guy over there, Nick, has to buy a whole new wardrobe. Pelicans gear.
Of all the masculine, ferocious animals, a pelican
Why don't you just come over to the Lakers, mate? Enjoy it.
can eat a fish in a single gulp.
Hang on. What? How is a Laker being a body of water any more threatening?
Shut up. I told you not to mention that.
Shut up, BG. Look,
We've got tradition at LA.
That's true. Prestige.
Pelicans or tradition, mate, and championships. What do you want?
he's flying with the birds. Look, I just sort of think with the name change, as ridiculous as it sounds, a whole lot's riding on what their jerseys look like. Like, if they screw up the uniform, like, if they even, say the uniform's really nice, but they mess the font up, that's it.
Hank, it doesn't matter how they write it. It doesn't matter what colours they are.
What colours are they going to run with?
They're called the Pelicans.
It's poo.
I'm thinking they're going white, black, yellow. It's only sort of...
Whichever way you slice it, it's poo, okay? And you're not going to win a championship with a name called Pelicans.
And you just know...
You'll never see it.
You just know that mascot is going to be
It's
horrible.
like hiring Terry Stotts. It's just not going to work. Randy Whitman, the sampler.
The sampler.
Can you wait till you have to tune in 2015 and Knicks versus Pelicans?
But you know the funniest thing
Really?
what he said? The funniest thing Nick said during the week? In
What's
3 years, we're a contender.
Funniest
thing I've ever heard in my life.
You did say that.
He said that with a straight face.
BG, your Brain Fart Award.
My brain fart goes to one of the toughest men in the NBA taking a flop.
Uh-oh.
Thanks, Gerald Wallace.
$5,000 fine.
How is it that there's a new rule implemented? Anytime you flop, you get fined. They all know about it. Yet one of the men who prides himself on being the grittiest, dirtiest, hardest working man in pro basketball ends up flopping. Really?
Yeah, and we talked him up in that small forward show. Like,
Gerald Wallace a flopper?
It's safe to say we're fans. Yeah.
we are fan. Like, great motor, great competitor, but
Maybe someone slipped him at, $50 in the tunnel before the game, because...
$50, it's $5,000 now.
He carries that in the console.
Yeah.
That's true. Locked in a dread somewhere at the back. Look, guys, my Brain Fight Award, well, I had a few contenders. I did think of
New Orleans?
the Pelicans. I did think of Phoenix, who had a promotion during their games, which was that if you're not happy when you leave the stadium, if you're not like satisfied, if you didn't have a good time at a Suns game, get your money back.
It's every week.
Man, even if you had a good time, you're going, nah.
Yeah.
Mate.
So the same owner who wouldn't pay
Night
Amari
ruined.
and Joe Johnson, and the same owner who
Yeah.
cries poor every off season, is now turning around and saying, "No, refund your money."
He's handing back cash.
But that's not the selection for the Brain Fight Award. The Brain Fight Award goes to, unfortunately, myself.
It's about time.
I've got to say...
Are you going to... Is this a Josh Smith incident?
No. I'm sticking with that, all right? I'm sticking with my guns on that. I've got to say, I have been proven so wrong his past 2 games that Tyson Chandler, man, to not have him in my top 10 centres, I deserve a good kick in the butt. He's been playing phenomenal. Did I get that right? That's a big word for me.
Yeah.
Too many
well,
handkisms this week. Not enough sleep.
You did well.
I'm not saying it again though. Look, he's just been an absolute beast last 2 games. I managed to sneak home today and catch the last half of that Knicks.
Is that why you were late?
That's why I was a little bit late. Yeah. Sorry, got stuck in the moment.
Right.
But
That's right. We weren't waiting or anything.
Look, I had to reassess and relook at my list. Truth be told, I just kind of forgot about him. But
Where'd you put him?
I had him at my number 11. If I had to squeeze him in now,
He's top 5.
top 5. I don't know if I got top
He's
5.
4th.
Maybe he rounds out my 5.
5th.
5th, yeah.
I'm happy with 5th.
You happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. So there you go. My Brain Fight Award, myself. Sorry.
Well, at least you can
Sorry,
admit when
guys.
you're wrong.
Yeah.
Just admit that Josh Smith should not be at number 3.
I'm sticking with that.
Nah, that's stupid.
It's a good pick. Josh Smith, you've seen the stat line the other night.
Yeah, it was about 9 points against Denver.
4 steals,
Oh, well.
heap of boards. He's been a leader this year.
Would you speak to this man?
He's
I think
talking to you.
BG had him at 9.
Yeah.
I had him at 8. You had him at 3.
There's nothing wrong with that.
2 beats 1. You're wrong.
I'm not wrong. I'm sticking with that. I can't give myself 2 Brain Fight Awards in one night.
You can't, but we will.